Okay, so welcome to our final session of Thursday Zoom during the summer. And as we loosen, just take our loosening practice number one. Just going to explain what we're doing today. We're going to be working on aligning ourselves with the natural world. So our movements are going to be balanced. They're going to be easeful, bringing a bit of ease into ourselves, our body and our minds. And also we're going to try and bring in a little bit of harmony, just as the natural world is, we are as well, or we can be if we allow ourselves. So we're going to be blending a bit of yin and yang, so we're balanced in those two qualities, the opposites. Step your feet a little bit wider, toes still point forwards, and then we just do the Tai Chi bounce. So this is gently opening into the hips, working the ankle joints, good for the knees. And make sure you synchronize the same knee bending with the arm in front. Same knee bending with the arm in front. And you can take a little turn of the upper body, but the hips remain square as the toes point forwards. That means the hips also point forwards. So this is just a little loosening to get rid of any tension, loosen the connective tissues, allow the body to feel a little bit more open, harmonious even. It's a nice word, harmonious. Okay. And then we're going to come into our standing position, wuji, emptiness. Now we know that the feet are hip distance. Body is aligned between heaven and earth. Crown of the head is the meeting point of yang. Base of the pelvis, the perineum, is the meeting point of yin. And we're balanced somewhere between heaven and earth. When we align ourselves with the natural world, tailbones slightly tucked, shoulders are relaxed, tongue rests the roof of the mouth, and the jaws are soft. So we're going to bring our hands up, and I'm just going to do a little bit of four-cornered breathing. So the inhale, the hands slightly separate to the four directions. And then we exhale and the hands come a little closer together. Now you may feel a bit of tingling in the hands, you may not. Keep your joints soft and open. And just concentrate on the movement of the breath outwards as we inhale and coming together as we exhale, contracting, expanding, contracting, expanding and contracting. And make sure that you're not rushing your breath. Remember in Qigong, the sweat pours, but the breath never quickens. So we never place that undue and unnecessary effort on the heart. But we can still be working quite strongly, very powerfully, but we're containing our energy. You may feel the energy contained a little bit between the hands. So we'll just take this as our last one, four-cornered breath. Bring the hands back down to the side. See if the hands are tingling a little. And then we're going to separate our clouds. So it's an inhale, hands are flexed as we exhale. And this is separating the clouds to the east and the west. So it's a lovely loosening exercise for the shoulders, especially if you've been sitting at a desk all day. Keep those hands flexed as we push the clouds apart. And softening the knees, but don't let your butt stick out the back. The body always stays upright. And we turn from the center of the wheel, the axle of the wheel. 2 more. East and west. And release. Inhale, hands above the head. Exhale, hands are flexed. So we're going to separate to the north and the south. So you're going to keep the knees and the toes pointing forwards, twist to your right. Inhale. And exhale. Hands are still flexed. So we twist around the center. Inhale the right hand to the top. Exhale, right hand to the front. Inhale, right hand behind, left hand in front. Twist, right hand in front, left hand behind. Make those breaths really nice and slow, deep, steady, no pressure. Enjoy the movement of the clouds separating so we can see a little bit more clearly. We'll take 1 more in this direction. We can see clearly between our thoughts. So keep turned to the left, inhale, and we'll reverse that. Exhale. Turn, inhale, right hand forwards, left hand back. Turn, left hand forwards, right hand back. Remember to keep the wrists flexed on the exhale. Enjoy the fullness of the movement. Sink as you exhale. Inhale, rise. Twist, turn, exhale, sink. 2 more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. The body stays upright. Last one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, sink. And we haven't moved the feet at all. Next, we're going to take our 5 directions. So let's take the hands up to north. We're going to exhale to your east, which is the right side. Inhale back to north. Exhale west, which is your left side. Inhale, we come to center, which is our standing emptiness stance. And then we exhale, swim down to the south. Inhale back to north. Exhale west. And the element is metal. North is water. Exhale east is wood. Inhale, come to center, which is earth. Earth holds the other 4 elements. So we could say that earth is the most important and powerful of the elements. We swim down to south, which is fire. Inhale back to north. We'll repeat that over to the east. Inhale back to north, over to the west. Inhale to center. Soften the knees. Exhale down to south. Back to north and west. Inhale, don't rush. East. Inhale, center. Steady. Easeful. Exhale, south. We'll bring the hands back up to north. Bring the palms to face one another and just draw that directional energy back down to your lower dantian. Place the hands on the lower dantian just below the navel. So we're going to step the feet out into horse position. And we want the knees over the ankles. So we're going to use horse to push mountain and part the clouds. So let's bring the hands as though we were separating clouds, and then exhale, push mountain. This is where we're going to go a little bit lower because this is our strong maneuver, our strong position. Then we release the legs, bring the back of the hands around as we push the clouds. Exhale, push mountain. Sorry, we part the clouds. We part the clouds. Push the mountain. We inhale, we part the clouds. Exhale. So there you feel strongest. The elbows are bent, hands are flexed, knees are bent, tailbones tucked. Parting the clouds is soft. Exhale, pushing the mountains. We have that energy. It's totally different from when we part the clouds. Again, push your mountains. Don't go too wide because there the power is from the softness in the joints. Inhale. Exhale, push mountain. Go a little lower if you feel the need. Inhale. Whatever you feel is right for you. Exhale. So the exhale is our strong part of the breath. The inhale is the recovery. Exhale. We'll take 2 more of those. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, we're going to look for the moon in the sea. But we're going to try this with the feet in this same position. So let's just place the thumbs and the forefingers into a triangle position. Place that as though it's above your forehead and then separate the hands a little bit. So we don't want the hands up there holding the moon. We want the elbows soft. So we're holding the moon, looking up, just in between the thumbs and the forefingers. We're going to exhale, push mountain. We're going to inhale, part the clouds. And then we're going to dive down, swim a stroke in the sea. And then bend down, picking up the reflection of the moon from the sea. And this is where we're really going to work the power of the legs, because as we pick the moon up, body is upright. So you can feel that strength coming from the legs. We turn the moon at the chest height and place it back up just above the forehead. Keep your eyes looking up, which is a nice position for the spine. Exhale, push mountain. Inhale, part the clouds softly. Going to exhale and dive, and then we swim forwards. Depending on your hamstrings, you may want to straighten the legs or keep the knees bent. So we reach down, pick up that reflection of the moon, but bring your body upright. So you're lifting, 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 and this feels heavy, strong in the legs. Turn the moon just at the chest height, the sternum height. Place it back up into the night sky. It's a new moon tonight. It's a Leo new moon tonight, or today. Exhale, push mountain, so new beginnings. Inhale, part clouds. Dive deep into the ocean, but we're going to swim, straightening the legs as much as you like for the stretch in the hamstrings. Now this is the tough bit for the legs. Reaching into the reflection of the moon in the sea. Try and bring your body upright. Turn the moon at the chest. Place it back into sky, night sky. And once more, push mountain. Part those clouds. Dive down. Swim your breaststroke. And then reach for that reflection of the moon. Pick it up carefully. Straighten your back. Lift the moon up to the chest height. Turn the moon. Place it back into sky. And then bring again the palms of the hands together, not touching. And just bring that moon energy down to your lower dantian. So we're going to step the feet a little closer. And we're going to look at balance, ease and balance. So the next part is going to include a few balances. Now we're going to start with carrying the ball. So we've got one hand behind, which is holding the ball. And then I'm going to place one ball in one hand, or I've just got the ball in one hand. I'm going to swap it with the ball behind, and then I'm going to reach up. So I want you to actually touch your hands behind your back before you take the opposite reach. So we'll start with the left hand behind your back, holding an imaginary ball. Inhale and lift the right palm up over to the left side, as far as you can stretch, so you're onto the right toes. Exhale, bring it back. Swap the hands, touch the hands, and then bring the left palm out and stretch it up. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, stretch. Don't drop your ball. On either hand, swap the ball behind the back. Inhale. So this is a lovely side stretch. We'll take one more of those each side. You inhale to reach the ball up. It's called carrying the ball. And we're stretching literally from the fingertips down to the toes. Now it's going to get a little bit more complicated because you're going to lift the ball up with the right hand and see if you can come off the right toes so that you're just balanced on the left, and then bring it back. Might take a little bit of practice. We're just going to try and lift those toes off the floor so you can reach that centimeter or an inch, depending on which you prefer. So keep going. It's useful to really stretch out through the toes of the leg that's lifting rather than have a non-active leg. So you want to be really active all the way from the fingers down to the toes. And I think we'll do one more each side. So that's our little introduction to balance. It requires a little bit more effort. Whew. And maybe the sweat has started pouring, but the breath never quickens. So we're going to come to our next balance, which you'll be familiar with from your yoga. It's called tree pose. So before we go into tree, prepare the leg, which is going to be the right leg. Bring the foot to the calf. And if that's a problem for you, you can always have the toes to the floor and the foot to the ankle. But I'd like you to try and get the foot to the calf. And then from here, we're going to create a star shape with the hands. And then I'm going to ask you to step that left foot open to star. 10 toes point forwards. Bring the hands over the crown of the head. Soften the knees a little bit. Exhale, take the hands down the back of the neck, not touching. Inhale, across the front of the chest. We're going to take the hands to the back of the kidneys. Exhale down. You can touch the outside of the legs. And just stay in that forward fold for a moment. Let the head drop. Let the neck relax. And then we're going to inhale, sliding the hands back up the inside of the legs, across the chest, back of the neck, crown of the head, back to star. Now this is the tough bit because we're going to have to root down through the right foot. See if you can step your left back to tree position and bring the hands back to prayer. Ooh, and place. First time is just a learning time. So we're going to root down into the left, bring ourselves to tree, and you can have the toes touching the floor as you like. Inhale to a star. Going to step out with the right foot into a full star. Bring the hands to the crown of the head. Exhale down to the back of the neck. Inhale, just following little ways away from your body to the front of the chest. We're going to exhale down the back of the legs. Forward fold, let the neck relax. Inhale up the inside of the legs. Again, to the back of the neck, crown of the head, back to star. Shift the weight into the left foot. See if you can bring that right foot without wobbling. I think wobbling is inevitable. Hands to prayer. Back to two legs. So that was your practice. We're going to try one more time either side. So let's shift into the right. Take your tree. So far, so good. Tree to star. Step out to full star. Hands to the crown of the head. Exhale to the back of the neck. Inhale, following the energy lines across to the front of the body. Exhale, down the outside of the legs. Drop the head and neck. Inhale, up the insides of the legs, across the chest, back of the neck, crown of the head, back to star, the difficult bit. So you really want to take your weight over into your right and then lift, and then place and bring the hands to prayer. And it doesn't matter if we can do it or we don't do it. It really does not matter. It's the effort. Whew. So we shift into the left. Take your tree pose. Take your star pose. You're going to step out with the right foot to a full star. Hands to the crown of the head. Exhale, back of the neck. Following those energy lines, inhale to the front of the body, round to the kidneys. Exhale down the outside of the legs. Let the head hang. And then inhale up the inside of the legs, back of the neck, crown of the head, back to star, shift that weight, lift the foot, and release, and place. Okay, so we're going to go 2 feet apart with our feet, which is a little bit wider than hips. And we're just going to come to separating heaven and earth, which you know this one. We inhale, we switch the hands, we exhale, pushing the palm to the heavens and the palm to the earth. Don't let the butt stick out. So the body remains aligned. Quite a difficult one to have the toes pointing forwards because that's quite a lot of work in the back of the calves, the ankles, the thighs. So we're turning that wheel. Exhale. Try and straighten the arms as best as possible, but not obviously overlocking the joints. We'll take 2 more. Nice full circle. Exhale. And 1 more. Nice full circle. And exhale. So we're going to add something to that. So what I'd like you to do is take a wider stance with your feet. We're going to do right side first. So you're going to pivot on the right heel and turn the toes to point to the side of the room. You'll know this as well from your yoga practice, but we're going to do it slightly different. We're going to take a triangle position, but I want the hand resting on the shin. And I want the back knee slightly bent as you come into triangle, and do not lock out the front knee. So we've got softness in both knees on this triangle. And also you're supporting your weight. You're not holding your weight, you're supporting your weight with your right hand. Bend the back knee and see how that feels in the hip. And bend the back knee a little bit more to find more spaciousness and ease. Now the left hand is going to rotate so that we're in a lunge position with the back knee off the floor. Okay, this is a new one for me, I haven't done it, but you're going to bring your body upright so your knee is directly over the ankle. I'm going to come that way so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm facing forwards, and then I'm going to separate heaven and earth. So I've just got to miss my leg. Inhale, you rotate. Exhale. That's quite a good, strong workout for the legs. Inhale and exhale, push away. We'll take just one more, because that is quite a lot of work on the back foot. Just be careful with knees or hips or anything that needs help. Okay, so we're going to come back down here into lunge. You go that way. We're going to come back to lunge, turn into a wide-legged forward fold. Let's just swing the elephant trunk side to side a few times. Swing that elephant trunk so that the top half of the body feels nice and loose over the steadiness of the legs, bottom half of the body. Come back to center, soften the knees and come back up. This time you're going to pivot the left toes to point to the side of the room. Straightening the leg, we're going to come into that same triangle position, but remember to not lock the knees out, which sometimes we do in yoga. Especially the back knee, I'd like it a little bit bent. And you're supporting yourself on your shin, but not allowing that knee, front knee to lock. You can bend the back knee a little bit more, see what you feel. So we're just exploring. And then draw that right arm forwards, come into a lunge. The left foot forwards, knee over the ankle. 10 toes point forwards, separating heaven and earth. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. Just got a little message on the screen, which I need to erase. So again, this is quite strong for the legs. That's why I'm going to let you have a little lie down at the end. One more. Inhale, turn, exhale, push heaven and earth. Turn the feet to point forwards, step the feet in. Back to hip distance. And I love this one. We're going to finish with the snake breaks out of its egg. So snake-like, we're going to interlace the fingers just at the lower dantian. We're going to inhale the fingers up. Now they turn, interlaced fingers, palms turn away. Inhale, lift them as high as you can and turn to your right. We'll do the right first. Turn as far as you can at the waist, and then you exhale. Bring the hands back down. So they start here, just in front of your pelvis. You're going to do the same to the left. Inhale, turn the palms at the forehead, lift them straight. Keep inhaling, you turn to your left. Feel the twist in the hips. Feel the stretch in the rib cage. And then you exhale back down. We're going to do 2 more each side. Inhale. And turn to the right. And exhale. Back down. Inhale. Palms facing up, we turn to the left. And exhale. Back down. Keep the knees soft. Inhale, turn at the forehead. Keep turning to the right side. And exhale, release. You want to get this feeling that you're a snake breaking out of its egg as you turn to get through the shell. Imagine what that must feel like for a baby snake. Okay, second one. I'm going to go on the side for you. Same position with the hands, but we're going to turn them down to the floor. You're going to exhale all the way down the legs. And then inhale, out, up, and turn the hands back down to finish. So we exhale. Take the hands as close to the legs as you can. Inhale, so you're reaching away, up to your arms extended. And then bring them back down and turn. Again, exhale down the legs. Inhale away. And exhale back. We're just going to reverse that. Inhale up the front of the chest. Palms turn upwards. And then we exhale, bringing the body forwards. Turn the palms as they reach the floor so they come back up the legs to starting point. Inhale. Exhale. Breaking out of the egg. Inhale up the legs. You can bend your knees as you like. Inhale up. Exhale. And inhale. That's the second breaking out of the egg. And then third breaking out of the egg. Same position with the hands. We're going to inhale, turn the palms up to the sky, and then we're going to exhale all the way around, a bit like the water wheel. And come back down. Other direction. Inhale up, turn the palms up to the sky, exhale to the side. So you do your full wheel and inhale back. 2 more of those. To the right side, a full wheel. So you're turning at the waist again. And bring the hands back down. Really paying attention to how that feels, a stretch in the ribs over to the left side. And the feet again, and the legs are completely stable. Got 1 more each side to do. Inhale, turn the palms up to the sky, the heavens. Exhale, turn at the waist. Breaking out of the egg. And the hands back down, and we've got our final one. Turn the palms up to the sky. Exhale to the left. Inhale up the right. And bring your hands back down. So I'm going to invite you now to come onto your mat into a resting position of a star-shaped resting position. Lie in the star shape. Let your body feel extended, aligned, balanced, harmonious. And just focus on your breath in, your breath out. Focus on the qualities of earth. And the Chinese name for earth qualities of balance and ease is Yi, Y-I, clear intention. It's an animating quality which helps us express ourselves and our stability to take a stand in the world. And it's quite relevant right now because today we're experiencing the Leo new moon. And it's at the new moon that, you know, we make and create new intentions. We can ignite our passions and our ambitions. And to break through whatever barriers or blocks may be holding us back. So particularly now with the Leo new moon, qualities of the lion help us feel proud, courageous, and good about ourselves, especially when we do the work, when we do our Qigong work. We owe it to ourselves to feel good about ourselves and also about what we've achieved, what we've already achieved. It's very easy for us to slip into that habit of, you know, thinking of the things that we should have done or we haven't done or we haven't done well enough. But actually, it's a very good practice, and the earth qualities of balance and ease remind us just to pay attention to everything that we have already achieved in our lives. And to be easeful in letting things fall into place so that new opportunities can open up. And this month ahead is about making new, powerful connections. So I hope you've enjoyed your practice aligning with the natural world, and you can take that practice forwards